Alrighty, welcome back, guys, to the Scotland campaign. This is part 7, I believe. And if you didn't check the last one, what happened was is we did lose Wales here. It was a tough fight there, but we didn't really get anything out of Wales in the long run there. They had an iron mine and a industrial building there. But besides that, they didn't really have anything else. But we did get the peace with England, which I realized made a couple people upset because it was, England was the main opponent of the war here. But we really, at this point, we needed to get some kind of some kind of peace to, because we really just needed to rebuild at this point. We don't have a very large army. The economy is not very strong right now. It's gotten a lot better as of late, and as soon as that's completely repaired, it'll be even better. But yeah, for now, we just kind of need a few turns to build up the economy of the country here. We still have this agent here, which we could try and steal some tech. 17%, 16%, 17, 14. Logistics is a nice tech. Hmm. Do we need any tech for any of our buildings here? What do we need here? We need mass mobilization. We need public schooling. We need here steam engines. I think that's it, really. So, let's see. Oh, no, not the diplomacy. I need to look at tech tree. So, we could use... Where's steam engines at? We could use steam engines, mass mobilization, which is this one. This is mass mobilization, or public schooling. So if we go in here and see if we could steal some tech here, we only have a 16% chance to get public schooling. And we need to get conscription first. That's nice to get an extra recruitment slot. We can put a 17% chance to try and steal that tech there. That way he's doing something. He's not just kind of sitting there doing anything. We're going to end the turn here. Hop into the next one. The port will be repaired by next turn. So we'll be getting that trade income coming in. And our army should be better suited for combat. So I realize we're not really going to have any combat because we are at peace right now, but we don't know how long it'll be until the British decide to fight us again. So once that happens, we'll just have to be ready for that next fight. We have more veteran troops here going into this next one. I'd like to be able to mobilize a decent force. We do have the Prussians coming in here. I'd like to maybe even get a peace with the Prussians if we can do it right now. I realize that might make even more people mad just because, I'm going into being no wars. But at this point, we can't go through a war because we don't have the economy to last through a war. Wow. The Batavians taking out a lot of enemy naval forces here. Good job by them. Wish I had a navy like that. Unfortunately, not quite a decent sized navy. The Spanish want us to join the war against the British here. They give us 710, and they offer to join the war against the Greeks. I'm going to decline that offer because I need that peace with the British right now while I'm rebuilding and reconstituting my things here. Theft failed. I am going to go here for the Prussian peace here. So we'll offer a few things here. Let's see. Prussian peace. Are they allied? They're allied with the Greeks, so we can't get that. We could offer military access. And I'll even offer 1,000 gold. No. I really just need this piece right now. It's kind of tough to look at it, but I really just need this piece at this point. Alright, well, we have that army could end the campaign here. That's a full stack army here. Um, and I don't quite have the force, I don't think, to be able to take it on. I'll just have to go with four line units here. The problem is I don't have anything to offer here that they really want. Trade embargoes. I could pay repeatedly. I could pay $297. All right, hold on. Let me see if I can get this going here. Let's see. We can get rid of these armies here. That way we have some money to work with. Because I can't take on that army. That army will just be able to wipe me out if they get the chance. So we could go for 10 turns, pay 1,000 gold, and we'll offer. And actually, let's offer a little bit more. We'll offer 1,500. Pay repeatedly for 10 turns. We offered them, access. Could offer alliance. No, maybe without the alliance, they'll take it. 1,500. Pay repeatedly 15 turns with the intermediate. Whoops. Offer 1,500. Pay repeatedly 15 turns. Offer that. No, they don't want any part of that right now. Oh, man, that's tough. Because I don't think I could take that army on here. I think that army could really end the campaign here. We're gonna have a good number of these Highland footmen, but that's still, they have plenty of musketeers here. They got Jaegers. They have cavalry this time. They got hussars coming in here. More of these light cavalry units. Not too good here at this point. Alright, we'll just end the turn here. Hope for the best. And hope that we can pull this together here. Hopefully they don't attack in this next turn. The French gonna take out that navy. Good snipe there for the French. Taking out that navy. Maybe that'll keep the Prussians from continuing the aggression here, as they did lose that whole navy there, and that's gonna really hurt them here. Nope, they're gonna siege our province. I don't believe. No, I won't get off the recruits for the 4 units here. So a bit unfortunate there. So we're gonna have another very large battle against the Prussians here, which could end good, could end badly, could end in the end of the campaign here if we're not able to defeat them here. We are bankrupt, so we'll get rid of all these. That'll make up money. And here is the army that we have right now. We have the general here. We don't have enough for a general, I don't think. We do have enough for one, so that could be nice. So can I just, like, I guess I can't disband any of the garrison units here, which is a bit unfortunate. So I won't be able to bring one of those generals in, which really kind of sucks. I'd like to do that, but those are all 1 chevron units. Yep. Well, we have 4 turns we can hold out. I'm gonna wait for them to attack us. So we're just gonna hop right into the next turn here. It's not gonna be nothing's really gonna happen because the province is sieged. So kind of just got to wait for them to come out and do the first aggression. That's all we can do is just wait for them to attack us, and then we try and defend the streets once again. Here we go, the Prussians' turn. Are they going to attack this turn? Are they going to wait us out? Nope. It will be an attack this turn. This should be interesting, guys. We're going to hop right into this fight here. This is going to determine really the campaign here. It's going to come down to this last fight here. Whether we'll be able to hold Edinburgh once again, or the Prussians will win a fight and take us out completely. So this is the final battle here. It's either this could be potentially the final battle here if we are not successful in holding the Prussians off. So let's hope for the best here. We have a decent sized army, but we're gonna hop right in here into the houses here. So this house you can get into, so we'll put, I want to put some of these not so large units. So put that unit into the house. Okay, this guy, you're going to go right into that house when you get the chance. This militia unit, you're going to go into that house over there. This garrison unit, I want to put him in this house over here. So that one's going to that one actually. Go to that house over there. This unit here, I want to take to that house over there. I need a unit in that house. So we put this unit here. There we go, put him there. He can march into this house here. We have one house over here. Yeah, one house over here we can get a unit into, and we'll just go with this unit. This unit can go into that house. So we'll start the battle. We're going to pause it here, that way I can move the troops where they need to go. That one, go into that building. You get into that building. You do this building. This unit here, gonna go all the way to that building there. And this unit here is to that building there. So I believe that's everything for them. Let's take a look at this enemy force while we have the game paused here. We have Swiss line infantry. We've found out that they are not easy to take down here. We have regular musketeers here. More regular musketeers. More regulars. Regulars. The deadly Brunswicker line infantry there. Very dangerous to be taken on. We have some more Brunswickers, some more regulars. We have Lancers there. We have some Arty here. Or we have Jaegers, one Arty. The General Staff, which we will be taking on a general this time. I guess last time they learned that their other unit was not quite strong enough to take us on. We weren't going to go down without a fight. But this is going to be a tough situation here. These units here that I have going into buildings, we're going to group them up here. So we want these armed citizens to go... Actually, I want the citizens to go towards the back of the town here. This one go to the far side of the back of the town. You go to that side of the town there. These two units, actually, that one's moving. These three here. We'll take you guys. You guys go straight to the front of the town here, so they can do defense of the front of the town. All right, that works. Let's see where they're gonna move here. Okay. Not bad. They'll be there. So let's see. Then we have all of these. Got all these guys. Okay. Whoops, wrong button. Oop, pause. Okay. I don't want those guys moving quite yet. Alright, so we have those guys moving. These ones are the ones that are left. I'm pretty much just gonna take these guys, and these guys are gonna go on the outskirts of the town like we kinda did last time. Just to get those troops on the flank there. We have this guy, and is this guy moving? He's not going, and this guy's not going. So these two not going nowhere. So we'll take these guys, and we need troops to go into the town here. So these guys will take the right side of town here. Okay, you, what are you doing? What are you doing? You. Oh my god. Okay, we're having a few issues here. We have some guys that just don't know what the fuck they're doing here. Okay. Okay, yes, I know we've taken a fucking building. Yep, thank you. So we've taken that one. So that guy actually listened. Cool. Okay, you need to go over there. Okay. You need to go over there. You. No, no, just the militia. You need to go into the center of town. Okay, you need to go over here. Okay, good. Now they're moving. These guys are going to the back of town. So go run. Hurry up. Okay. Alright. So the cavalry. The cavalry here. You guys are going to go hang out in the back here because you are the general. I don't want to lose the general. So go hang out in the back there. This unit. Who are you? You three. You're not moving. Where can I put you? Okay, you got two guys going there. You got men going back there. So you're gonna hang out right over here. Go ahead. Run your retarded asses over there. Okay, there we go. Alright, thank you. We've taken a building. Thank you. I've realized we've taken a building. Okay. So now we have the deadly Prussian forces moving against us once again. Oh man. It's gonna be a tough fight here. This unit already in not a great situation. They're concerned because they're under artillery fire here. They do have artillery, which is something we need to take out eventually. It's only one unit though. Actually, it's more than one. It's 3 units of artillery actually. Wow, that's a little bit more than one. So that's several more cannons that we have to deal with here. And then we have this army here, which is... We'll group them up because they're the outside force that's going to take on the brunt of the enemy army here, while the other guys try and fight in the center of town here. These guys really need to move a bit. They're just kind of fucking around. Pardon my language. But, yeah, they're kind of just screwing around here at this point. We are really kind of tired, but we really didn't have enough time. I messed up in the early game movements, so I kind of had to run them to get into position here. This is a big force, which is dangerous to try and take on with just this small force, because we can get outflanked easily. But this force here is just kind of supposed to hold their spot here, and eventually they'll move into the town where the town positions are needed. We're going to march them over here, just because there's no problem with marching them over here. Oh my god, yeah, this building is getting completely destroyed here at this point. They're just firing the crap out of this building here. It's up to 64%, so I have to keep an eye on that. Because I don't want that building to go all the way down and then lose all the units that are inside of it. So we'll eventually move these guys. Oh, God. Yeah, so we're going to tell them to get out of the building here. Alright, here we go. Let's get out of the building here. Let's go. Everybody out. There we go. No, I told y'all to run, not walk in two neat columns here that are just packed with people. Jesus. That is like packed with guys. They're trying to get the fuck out of that building there. They don't want to have anything to do with that building. This is a bit of an awkward situation. But it's alright. So is this unit all the way out yet? Come on now, get out of the building. What are y'all doing? Y'all hanging out in the building? We're trying to leave. They're going one at a time down the stairs here. I need y'all to like push and shove down the stairs here. They don't have a whole lot of cavalry here, which I think they held the cavalry back to protect the artillery. We had hussars, Zouffran. I think that's it. We have 4 units already here. 4. It's a lot of artillery. Here's the general. If I thought that my cavalry could take him on, I'd send my cavalry out there, but he has 48. I think he might be able to hold off or rout my cavalry if one infantry unit is able to come in and assist. But we have these units that are under bad artillery fire here. So we're going to get all of these ones here, and y'all are going to ungroup completely, because I don't want any of you in a group here. And everyone's going to get in a line here. It's going to be a little bit of an awkward line here. And then you're going to regroup up, because I need you as a group. I need to silence that artillery badly, or wait for them to run out of shots, which isn't going to be for a while. It is only 6-pounder artillery, so it doesn't do a whole lot of damage. When you got the later game artillery that just does so much damage, it's insane. That's when you gotta be scared. But for now, I think we'll be alright. We have some regulars here in this line. I think they're all regulars. There might be a few, maybe one unit of militia. Yeah, one unit of militia on the far flank. But besides that, they're all regulars. So that's helpful. Hoping some of the force funnels into the town here, where it's going to be a lot harder for them to fight, and I only have to deal with like maybe these 5 units here, because those 5 units I think I might be able to take with this line here. I might be able to take them on. So what we're going to do here is we're going to march those all into that position there. That loud drum noises here, and they're all going to get into that position, while I do have the regular troops here in the town doing what they have to do here. We have some militia there in the back of the town, able to respond to wherever they need to move. And we're about to get into the first of the firefights here. If you're not running, you need to run now, because it's almost time for some serious shiznit to go down. Alright, let's move these guys up slightly, because they have a shorter range than these musketeers, so I need to make sure that they're in range. There we go, they're in range. Alright. Alright, there we go. Oof, take a lot of losses there. We do outnumber them by a good bit, though, so that is a good thing. We do have musketeers, Swiss, the general coming in, musketeers, and then the rest are kind of starting to funnel in towards the town there. We do have a bit of a slight height advantage here, which is nice. which I really need the general to be over inspiring the troops over here. But as long as the general's alive, it's better than the general not being alive. Let's see. We have the enemy. The general is here on this line here, so he's gonna keep the troops pretty happy overall. I'm hoping that we can get some good shots though, because most of our troops are they're like all at least one chevron, except for a few of these which are garrisons, but the rest are at least one chevron. So they have better accuracy and stuff. So they're really doing a good job at taking out that one unit there. That unit is shaken. These guys are firing as well, I believe. They should be firing here at this point. Yeah, they're reloading. So we have these guys are starting to shoot now, which is good. The fight is really kind of undergoing here. We have the lines on the side of the town here fighting it out, which is good. If we can win in a line fight over here, we can then move this force and flank in towards the center here, which we're trying to do. We're trying to sandwich these guys in. This unit here is a bit flanked here, so it's not very good. It's not going to help them too much. It's going to not be very good in the end. So, yeah, we're going to need to bring another unit here, run those up into the position there. And what we need is, we need to get on that to a flank there, because that unit's kind of getting hit from several different sides here. This unit is just broken. They should come back eventually. But we did break off one of his units as well. His unit's down to 133 men. And ours is already back in the mix already. We'll march those into that position there. Let those rest for a minute. These guys, confident. They're moving up here. Ready to get some good shots off against either these Jaegers or some of these musketeers here. Just hurry up and get into a position here. That's plenty of units here. Very scary force overall. I'd be terrified to take on that many men. But it's going to be good here. We, I think, broke off another unit here. Might have been the same one. But still, we are getting good damage here. I'm going to move this unit up to this hill here. Then we're going to charge up on this hill here and take a point-blank shot here on the enemy force here, which is going to be a great outcome here. This unit kind of keeping them under wraps here, while these guys are going to pop up right on the hill here, and they're going to do some good damage to this unit here. This unit is tired anyways, but they're encouraged that the enemy is routing. And here we go. A nice volley here. Boom. Point blank volley. Gonna hurt a lot. So a nice point blank volley there. Then we're gonna pull them back. Oh, where's the running? Where am I running at? We lost the building. Crap. Alright. Need to pull some units forward. This unit. Get in the streets here. We need to fight it out with them. We need to stop them from advancing here. Oh, what in the world? Come on now. Hurry up. Just get into a position. We need you all to shoot. Alrighty. So that unit's down to 203 men. This unit's down to that many men. We did a good job. We're routing. We're controlling the flank here. They did charge in some units here, though. So we will countercharge with some units of my own here to reinforce that militia here, because the militia is 2-on-1 with enemies here. Here we go. Charge on in here. Also, we want to try and even the odds the best we can. That unit is in square. And we're actually out of range here, so I need to move these guys up to get them into a range here, which is fine. We'll move these guys up to get somewhat into range as well and keep line discipline here. Nice, got a good volley there. Broke them. We have enemy units coming down the walkway here. A lot of enemies pouring into the town here, which is proving to be a bit of a problem. So what we need to do is we need to control the enemy moving through the town here. That's kind of awkward here. So we've lost another building, which I believe is the center building here. So a tough situation going down here. As we kind of won the fight here in the center, we lost a few units which routed that were on this flank here, but we lost that unit on the flank there, but we are doing good damage here. We're fighting good in the melee here. We have that cavalry unit here, which we're going to focus down with the infantry here. Come on now, get into a line here. We want to focus down the cavalry unit here. There we go. Some good fire on that cavalry unit. We're kind of having trouble here in the town here, which we need we need these units. Let's get the citizenry coming in here. Actually, we have a unit there, so we'll keep these guys in the back here. Let's go. Need the general over here to inspire the men, because it's a tough situation going down here. We routed during that melee here, and there's a lot of enemy forces coming in here. We're kind of having almost like a mass rout here. We have cavalry going right across the line here. Throw them into square formation. They're kind of just rolling right across the line here, which is bad movement by me. So let's get these guys to hop into a bit of a melee here. We need to take out this cavalry unit here. We're somewhat doing okay in the town here. We've lost a lot of units in the town there, and it's almost coming down to a bit of almost a stalemate here in the town. But we did, oh god. Yeah, we need to throw these units back into square formation, because throw these guys into square. Also, we've kind of lost this line fight here, which is because of his cavalry advantage on us. He was able to take us down here. But we do have 2 units that did come back here. It's a bit of an awkward situation here, because we're trying to gain an understanding of which units are back and which units are still dead, and who's completely routing and who's still alive here. This unit is wavering, so we need to pull them in here. We need to pull them into the town to do some damage in the town here. This militia unit, I want to throw in that building. Armed citizenry's here. They're fighting it out with this unit here, with that musketeer unit. Really, it's almost coming down to, we just got to get into like a position here. These guys, let's turn them around and try and use them to try and push in through this side of town here, and try and reinforce this side of town. We need to take out that cavalry unit, which is broken. We might be able to get it to route further. There you go, it's shattered. So let's unsquare them. Unsquare these guys. We're gonna pull these guys back. Back here. Ungroup them. Pull them back here. Because we need to keep them together here. We have one infantry unit here, which really isn't proven to be much of a problem. It's kind of just it's a Brunswick infantry group, which is a tough unit to fight, which I believe is actually fighting it out in the town, in the house with us. But here we go. Are they gonna charge into a melee here? I don't know which unit they're charging into a melee with. There we go. Let's go fire. Fire at them, please. There's a lot of them in front of you. Please shoot at them now. Any day now. There we go. Good lord. Took long enough. Actually, it's one Swiss line infantry group, which I really don't want to give them too big of a hill advantage. But if we can get a good position on them when they pop up the hill, we might be able to do some damage to them. They don't really have a shot. They have a small shot, which we can. We have a good. We have a small shot as well. So we might actually be able to win. What unit used all its ammo? This unit on the side here used all its ammo. Okay. Well, then that means you need to get into the town and do some damage in the town there. Alright, we have 2 units here, 3 units in the town still, which are now gonna hop into a melee here, which isn't good. They're attacking citizens. Citizenry don't react well to getting attacked. That Swiss unit back into position here. Okay, 2 units running here. Let's go run these guys. Actually, I want to move these guys into that position. Go run them there. That's a large number of units. Where did that this unit here? Actually, we've kind of pushed them out of the town here. These guys are wavering because they don't like the fight here that they're having to face. I don't blame them. I wouldn't like it very much either. They're taking on a lot of determined Scotsmen in their own home turfs here. That's something you really want to do. It's kind of a stare off here. I want you to shoot at them, please. Shoot the gun, please, at them. If you don't mind. Well, you guys are going to get shot at. But are you going to decide to shoot back? That's the question. The $1,000,000 question here. Are you going to shoot back? Okay, we got 2 units here in the town. One now, because this one's broken now. There's only one that's still, actually, like, a decent-sized unit there. It's a Brunswick unit here, which we don't really want to have to go up against here. Alright, guys. I realized I hit the enter button. So I'm not sure how much you guys actually missed. I didn't realize till right about now, but I'll have to check later in the video here. But if it was in the beginning of the battle, I apologize for that. We did end up winning the fight here, though. We were able to win in the engagement over there on the left, and we were able to barely, just barely, win in the center here. And now we're just kind of cleaning up here. Finishing off what Artie and stuff he has left. It's a bit annoying because my record key is right next to the enter key, so I kind of hit it occasionally on accident. Here we go. I guess we're just gonna charge in here at this point. Not really worried. But it was a good fight. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, I really have to change that right now. But yeah, you haven't missed anything. It's just I accidentally hit it again. Don't worry, guys. I'm gonna definitely change that before I record next time. I keep trying to hit the enter button, but it is the backspace and whatever else it is, or whatever backslash. I mean, whatever slash that is. That's right above the enter key. But apparently these cavalry here, or these artillery, are like invincible because they've literally like routed like half of my units here, which is completely unbelievable. We're finally wavering this cavalry general staff though, which is nice, and hopefully we can pull it off here. It's a bit awkward. We are losing the an armed citizenry again. At this point, you know what? I'm just going to charge every unit into melee here, and we're going to go right in, and that should be it, guys. So, wow, that was a long fight there. It's about a half an hour I spent in this fight here, which is unbelievable. Wow. Very, very close at most places here. Um, as he almost routed my entire units on both flanks. It was almost even losses. I actually lost more troops in that battle than he did, but we did repel him. So, hey, we repelled him, so we're going to keep Edinburgh. Uh, the army is like non-existent at this point right now. I need to get more line infantry, and a general would be nice. So we're gonna have a general for the next fight as well. Um, that's done. So we're making $5,000 a turn here. That the Prussian army got knocked away. So I hope you all enjoyed this part. Like I said, I apologize for the kind of getting mixed up there, the hitting the record key and it getting rid of parts there. I'll definitely take care of that in the next episode, so you don't have to worry about that. But stay tuned for the next part, which will probably finish off this last Prussian army here, which is still kind of scary, but it is taking attrition. So it's going to start dying off if it doesn't try and take Edinburgh. And I don't think in its current state it can actually take Edinburgh. So it's kind of just going to eventually die off here. So, yeah. Stay tuned for the next part. Make sure you like the video if you liked it. And subscribe to me. And leave a comment if you have any suggestions or questions or anything you really want to say to me at all. So I will talk to you all later. Bye.